Hello, and welcome to Star Trek Lost Voyages. I am the GM, Tim, and with me is our amazing crew. Hello, crew. Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Hooray!
I really wanted to mess with you, but yes.
Technology is working. Oh, God, please don't mess with me. my
You guys be here, Tim?
My brake technology is not working, so that's fun.
If you blink fast enough, it'll break Tim.
That's right, yeah. We're going to try something a little bit different tonight, so we're going to go right into the captain's log. So, Sam, if you wouldn't mind, or Captain Zanny, if you wouldn't mind, to take us away.
Yes, I had it up, and here it is. Captain's log. It's been 6 weeks since we reported the potential Romulan base and our run-in with the Q. Starfleet had us carry on with mapping the sector. The time has been spent meticulously cataloging and charting new systems. So far, the only thing of interest has been the discovery of a pre-warp civilization, and the crew is getting restless.
So what I'd like to know is, can you all tell me, please, the whatever it is that you are doing, oh my God, everything's breaking tonight. Whatever it is you're doing in the in-between time. So what's your downtime or between duty shifts? What is it that you all do? So Lieutenant Commander Gurkhan, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, so I guess this is a relatively new ship with some nice experimental technology that we're on.
Yeah, fairly much so.
Try and none of it really works. We are the Deep Space Nine of starships.
Yeah, we're learning that tonight.
Yeah, so I am trying to figure out that system that when I was on the Payette, I got pulled out of warp via. So that intercept and interdiction system, trying to figure out why it's not working, maybe figuring out a way to get it functional at least to a degree, because it seems like it's something that could be important and useful.
Fair enough, yeah. Okay. So you're fiddling in the engineering stations then?
Yeah, I can be on bridge while doing it, just looking at algorithms and trying to review what they did and why it doesn't work.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Just double checking. Cool. Okay, and how about Commander? Oh my God, I really am just broken tonight. Commander Yazikov, what is it you are doing in your downtime?
Well, from last session, when Yazikov was chosen by the Q to receive the powers of the Q,
yeah,
and that really messed with her quite a bit. She had her values challenged and lost one of her values, and she's learned from past trauma not to bottle it up. So she has started going to holotherapy sessions using the ship's computer.
Because the Federation refuses to give us a counselor.
Because they haven't found one that lasts more than a year.
Really.
Actually, it's more Tim refuses to give you a counselor because Tim's scared of where it could go.
Just one session of us all crying and talking about our fathers.
The doctor tried for one session with Yazikov. It was no.
I'm not qualified. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do this.
In my medical opinion, your mind's bored.
Nothing
Get
I can
out.
get to help you.
Yeah. All right, and how about Lieutenant?
Get off the bed.
How about Lieutenant Stefan? Lieutenant Sofek. Jesus.
Well, Sofek being boring Vulcan, don't know what downtime is. There's no such thing as uptime. So, our new ship has 2 deflectors, or does it just have one?
Just the one.
Yeah, just the one. Well, it's less interesting. He's been trying to optimize combining the long-range sensors with the deflector to help pick out different types of radiation and key it to his science station, while also finding excuses for Gurkhan to be distracted somewhere else whenever he needs to open up his own console. Otherwise, he knows there'll be a Macleth in there in a bit, holding wires together or something, and he's like, keeping Trying to keep the wiring Starfleet standard.
Nice. Fair enough.
Yeah, with the Maclath in it, Sofek is disturbed to find that it's 10% faster.
Sofek's convinced Gurkhan's just messed with the readouts to give me the wrong numbers.
And what's Katanzani up to in some between shift time?
Some people might know that he has on board a rebuilt 1967 Chevy Impala because he's a bit of a motorhead, because he liked things that went fast. So he's been working on that because he gets to stay in the cargo bay away from the rest of the crew.
Did the Impala make it off the Payette?
Oh, it did.
Oh.
And if it didn't, he would just rebuild the same car.
It was considered essential services.
We lost half of our crew, but Chevy made it.
Well, I mean, the Chevy is able to breathe in space.
And Lieutenant Beagle is very satisfied to be on the bridge. On the bridge right now. He's got Gamma Shift, which is basically the night watch when nothing ever happens. But it's just like he's tickled pink that he is given that like few hours.
Night crew.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He has been training his new dog that he's had since the Q scenario.
Right.
Somehow he just knows the dog's name is Porthos, and he just goes with it.
The prized beagle?
It's a prized beagle. Yeah, he's got the dog. The dog is like well trained. There's been a couple times when he's been like debating if it's a therapy dog enough to bring onto the bridge, but he just can't bring himself to do it. But it does come with him everywhere else. Yeah,
there's no pets allowed on my bridge.
Yeah, exactly. Unless it's Gurkhan. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Dog's less hairy.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So as you're approaching yet another system to start surveying, the ship receives an extremely powerful. This is on the bridge with Beagle and his night crew. Powerful subspace message, and it almost overwhelms the communication systems. And in fact, it does. At the same time, the ship just goes through like a massive, just like rocking. I don't have it. Oh, well. Excuse me. It just goes through a massive rock. Like the whole thing just kind of slams. Alarms blare all over. Turbolifts screech to halts. Where are you all stuck for a brief moment?
Is it like night?
It's happening like right now. So that downtime you just described, it's while that's happening. So Yezikov sounds like she's stuck in the holodeck.
Zanny is in the cargo bay underneath his Chevy.
Oh, you know what? It does like one of those, like the jack kind of goes and then just kind of slams as the scene cuts, and we go to Sofek. What's Sofek's having?
Sofek popped back up to the bridge because he forgot something at his station, and then Beagle started bombarding him, and as Sofek's trying to get back to the turbolifts, the doors aren't opening. It is Sofek's worst nightmare.
You're stuck on the bridge with Beagle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just going on,
command,
that's really awesome that I'm in charge of night crew, huh, Sofek? Yes, Lieutenant, it is.
Why does Beagle...
I'm very tired. I must, oh dear, the turbolifts.
Whoa, look at this subspace message coming in. That's crazy. It's off the charts. And then, boom, and Gurkhan, what's happening down in engineering with you?
I'm going to assume I'm in some Jeffries tube.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm working on the system, and the safeties lock me in the section, top and bottom. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk. I'm like, what?
Nice. And back on the bridge, Sofek, the person at Con looks back towards you and Beagle and says, "Sirs, a massive wave just shut down systems all across the ship. I don't know what quite to do." And the ship kind of like this, the camera kind of pans out, and it does like the kind of lilting of it's got like this blue wave just kind of went past the Haida. and Haida's left kind of like lilting in space a little bit. And to the intro we go.
Friendly that we're dealing with.
Okay, so
Don't forget.
you're all stuck in random places in the ship. Beagle is like stressed, but he's managing Sofek, but he's waiting to defer to you. Like, are you gonna take command because you are senior officer, or are you gonna let him have it?
May I have a meta question before he answers?
Yeah.
What's our determination?
Oh. Determination at the moment is prime directive. The rest and discover the source of the signal. And there may be more as the mission progresses.
Cool.
So, Sofek, bridge crew is kind of like requesting Beagle or requesting orders. Beagle is paused and looking at you as if to say, like, do I keep going because I'm in charge, or are you going to take because you're senior officer?
I know this will probably make him unbearably happy, but I'm going to say to him, Lieutenant, this is your shift.
Oh, okay, so Beagle's antenna just kind of whoop, and he just got a huge beam on his face, and he just starts kind of snapping to orders. You can tell that he's more nervous than he normally sounds. Sofek, he requests that you do a check to see if you can determine what that was, that massive wave. He orders the con person to start working on getting systems back, or ops to get systems back online. And he snaps to with somebody to try and contact Kirkon in engineering to see what he can do. Yezikov, how are you going to get out of the turbo lift, the holodeck?
So she just like stands up immediately. Computer, exit.
Computer doesn't respond. But the exit you can see, it's got that that overlaid grid, you know, that like.
Oh, I can see the door.
You can see the crisscross grid, and you can see the door, and it's like literally emergency lighting, like that really uncomfortable single light in the hallway light type, you know, like, yeah.
Right, yeah. Like all the lights have gone out except for the emergency lighting.
Yeah.
Okay, so she like runs over to the door, and does it open?
Not immediately. Do you want to try and override? Manual override?
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't, she's gonna like walk up, like pull the car, like walk up to the door and be like what?
Yeah,
no. Open or
no?
Okay.
It doesn't do it.
Then she like skits over to the panel and tries to open it.
Okay, give me a fitness and security.
All right.
Your con.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Yezikov, you the door right open. Gurkhan, what happens in the Jeffries tube?
So I'm going to
Days in the Jeffries tube. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm going to send the captain disrespectful thoughts. No, so I mean the Jeffries tube, they all have like manual overrides, and I got to climb down. I'm gonna say 2 decks back to the bottom of engineering.
Yeah.
But our ship took a pretty hard rock, so I'm going to be on the way down, just checking to see if. I mean, obviously we got hit by something rough. I'm going to be on my comms, like Gurkhan to bridge.
No communications, but you know what? You happen to be one of the the manual, like the secondary systems. You might be able to tap in and get it going.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tap in and try to get communication to the bridge and see if they need me up there, if they need me to stay down here.
Give me a sort of control and engineering.
Control and engineering. I'm assuming this is shipboard engineering systems.
Mm-hmm.
That's a focus. But I don't know what those numbers are. 1 and 0.
All right.
I got 1 success.
You got 1 success. That's all you need. So you happen to if you want, even you all are doing like difficulty 0s, by the way. So you're just building a momentum pool at the moment. So because we're all in the same scene, you can choose to do something extraordinary with your momentum, Yezikov and Gurkhan, if you wish, or you can pool it.
I'll pull it.
I'm gonna pull it because I'm not sure what happened yet. When
Okay.
when I know what I'm dealing with, then I'll start dealing with miracles.
So there was a massive energy overload in the entire system of the EPS conduits, basically. Some of them blew, and the ship is being like not like across the ship, but enough systems that it just kind of like had one of those like momentary pauses. It's not going to be a massive thing to fix. It's just going to be a difficult kind of like few minutes while everyone gets everything reconnected. The communication system, something is totally fried on it. It's going to take like massive overhaul to fix. So you've got internal communications, but no external.
Okay. So I'm gonna.
They seem to be unrelated from the burst that just hit.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep that system open and relay it down to my console in engineering.
Okay.
And then head down to engineering and start getting Gaelic and the team going.
Okay. All right. And over back into the cargo bay with Zanny, as he lies there with this car engine like this on its wheels, but it's like you got that it's like centimeters away from your nose, like it just missed crushing you.
One black oil stain on his
yeah.
On my t-shirt, because I'm not wearing my uniform while I do this.
Of course, yeah. You hear over the intercom, it kind of squelches as everything comes back online for internal sensors. Captain to the bridge, senior officers to the bridge. Now, please, sirs.
Be there in a minute, Beagle.
Okay, on the deck, Sofek, can I get a sensors reason and science, please, for your sensors check? And somebody can roll the sensors and science for the ship if they wish.
That would be me.
Nice.
There we go.
Science 1.
Okay, so your pool is now maxed, just so you all have a heads up. Sofek, the ship's hull shows residual tetryon particles that indicate the ship passed through a massive tetryon wave of some sort. The Abassa system, approximately 12 light years away, lies directly in the path from which the tetryon particles originated. Would you like to obtain information?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
What effects will this wave potentially have on an inhabited system?
Inhabited system, like probably not much. They're naturally occurring. but something about this one doesn't feel right. So tetryon waves, tetrons can be artificially created or occur naturally. In this case, they're natural in origin, but the wavelength and pattern dispersal implies they're artificial generated. So Gurkhan, if he shares that with you, that means that the tetryons can, someone created it. That somebody used naturally occurring and artificially organized them.
Okay.
Okay. At best, you guys just got hit with something else. It looks like the communication signal that you got was embedded in the tetryon wave. So it was less about a wave being something that was the thing, and more about the communication was what was being embedded. That's what you're figuring out down below, Gurkhan.
Okay. And it was so powerful it blew out our communication systems.
Well, kind of. It's like instead of a message, just like a sort of like normal subspace message, it was like a tetryon message.
Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I can come up with some way of reading it, creating some sort of device in our sensors. Maybe,
but it would be probably better if you did that from the bridge with Sofek.
Oh yeah, totally. No, I'm on my way to the bridge when I was called up there.
Okay.
And it's just Gurkhan's brain coming up with stuff. It's his brain's like, how to go faster in warp? How many disruptors do I have?
Yeah.
What was this device that almost killed us? Just the rat brain of a Klingon engineer.
Sofek, the other thing you're able to figure out is that the decay of the tetryon particles indicates the wave originated in the Abassa system after all. And you can even narrow it down to Abassa 7.
So it came from there, and sorry, did you say it's going to another system?
More like a wave, just kind of like a.
Okay, so it just pulsed out from the Abassa system, and it's just going. How does it appear like it'll dissipate naturally before impacting anyone else?
Yeah, or before doing massive damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You all are basically arrive at the bridge now, but none of you, Zanny, you won't be in uniform. Yezikov, you're probably not in uniform.
All right, situation report. What's going on? What hit us? Why did my car almost kill me?
So Beagle passes on everything that you guys know, kind of like meta, that the wave kind of originated from a source that Sofek was able to determine was Abassa 7, and that it looks like there was a communication signal embedded in the wave, and Gurkhan is currently working on a way to work with Sofek to come up with a translation. Was that what you're doing?
Yeah, like some sort of device to read it and not blow up the ship again.
Yeah.
Great. How long is that going to take you two?
Give me a control engineering and a insight and science.
Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted.
Oh my god.
Pulls maxed today.
I'm just going to start making like super and shipping pods. You guys are going to meet Q all the time. Then I don't have to worry about rolling.
It's like it happens.
Yeah.
Because it does.
Okay. So the let's see.
Based upon these rolls, Captain, we've already created the device.
Yeah, so
we actually did it yesterday.
So you're able to tell that it takes a couple hours. Sofek, you're able to kind of like start translating the message. Gurkhan, you're able to tell that the message is Sofek, you're able to find a message, but it's really degraded. So you're going to need to make at this point, you guys can use the momentum that you've got in this like 2 rolls to figure it out. I'm not going to make you roll again. That's just silly. So you're able to like reform the degraded message. And Sofek, Gurkhan, you're able to come up with a way to at least buffer the ship from another massive wave of this type. So if somebody tries to like do this again,
Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna make the shields flow with it rather than hold against it.
Fair enough. Yeah. It looks like it is a. Standard sort of style of distress message. The language is completely unknown, but it does kind of end up being like, let's say, a galactic SOS. Like it just has that right kind of like tempo and repetition to make it a distress call.
And we pinpointed the source of it. Correct?
Yeah.
Do we have any information about this planet?
Do you want to check it?
Yeah, well, they're like, you said it takes like a couple hours for them to do this, right? I'm going to pull any information on the planet.
Great. So the Abasa system is a G-type star. It has 11 planets, but only Abasa 7 lies in the habitable zone. There are 3 moons. 95% of it is covered in ocean, and the color is amethyst because the bacteria is purple. The surface area is almost all crystalline, and the seas do contain some life, but mostly lower life forms. The oceans have a high mineral count, and they're incredibly deep. Some trenches as deep as 30,000 meters, almost twice as much as Earth's oceans.
There's no known like life other than like bacteria, is that what you said? Sorry. Simple life?
Yeah, just like there's simple, like there'd be some like flora fauna style, but nothing higher, nothing like primate up type thing. That they,
no tribbles that we can kick.
Yeah, no tribbles you can kick that anyone knows of.
How long is it going to take us to get there from our current position?
It's 12 light years, not far.
Okay. I would say if it is a distress signal, Sarah lay in a course.
You got it, sir.
Would Sarah be on the bridge?
Or Sarah, report to the bridge and lay in a course. I'm here, sir. You're relieved. We'll just find out.
Just like drag Sarah up to put it like, oh, I'm so tired.
I don't want to learn another con person's name. Sarah, get up here.
If you're on con, you're Sarah.
Yeah, it's
not actually her name.
It's some like Kelpian dude. It's like Sarah, you.
My name's Davis. I've already forgotten that.
Yeah.
That was fine. Of course, maximum warp. If it's a distress call, get us close so we can see what's going on.
Yezikov, the tetryon emissions blew out the phasers. They're currently inoperable. It's going to be longer than a couple hours to fix. It's going to take a spacewalk, and that's not something you can do during warp or when doing a distress call. So I just heads up for that. External sensors, Gurkhan, your team is able to get them online now that, or external communications, they're able to get them online now that you know what's going on. And would anyone like to obtain information by spending one of the 6 momentum you've got to find any more information about the system?
I think Vulcan would.
Just,
Sorry.
I guess, like a quick question.
Yeah.
The translation that Sofak and Gurkhan did, you said it took like 4 hours, right?
2.
Oh, 2 hours. Okay. I was just going to say, could we have fixed the phasers in that time?
No,
Okay.
It's like a couple days type fix.
Okay.
Like the phaser banks themselves probably have to be replaced.
Yeah, you're gonna have to replace some of the the band on the ships, like the strip. You're gonna have to replace some emitters.
Gurkhan notices as far as concerned. He's like, "It's okay, Commander. We have torpedoes."
That answered my question. How are the
We
torpedo
not
tubes?
like to escalate the torpedoes unless absolutely necessary.
If we have to defend ourselves, we have to defend ourselves.
Yes, I understand.
A little shuttle comes and fires a single phaser at us.
Torpedoes.
Actually, at that point, I'd just be like, just hit them with our ship.
Are you sure, sir?
Having speed.
We can also
Hit them
send
with
Sarah
our ship
out.
until their shields go down and
You
transport
can also just send Sarah out in a shuttle to dogfight them.
Don't we have? Oh no, we had fighters on the last ship, not this ship.
No. But
Okay.
we have,
She's getting her flight suit on. I'm like, this seems like a waste of resources. But okay.
I have a
So,
phaser rifle. Take out their shield.
so whoever it is, who's spending the momentum? Who's going to spend the obtain information? Was it Yezikov? I thought it's how you kind of go.
yeah,
like this.
because she was
I
looking.
just wanted to ask
stuff
about the
up.
phasers.
Oh, okay.
I
You were
mean,
asking about Abasa, though. You were doing investigation on the system, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in the 2 hours or whatever.
So you do learn that there's apparently an unlicensed dilithium mining, an unlicensed mining operation led by a Ferengi named Lishka.
Who licenses mines?
Well, so it'd be mined like so. If
Questions.
you were in Federation space,
Yeah.
it would be licensed by the Federation, right?
Okay.
But in this case, you guys are in unexplored sort of space, and
Oh, okay.
right, so it isn't kind of like owned by anyone, which usually ends up being kind of like unfortunate for some people.
Yeah.
be
I can see that
problematic.
happening.
Let's even say that you didn't even find this in Starfleet stuff. You found this in like your Orion friend's information that she shares.
Last
with
time
you.
I was over at her ship, I just like copied all
No,
of the
for some
dates on
reason,
her
I
ship.
see the two of you sharing information on just that like base level, where it's like your frenemies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, last time I was over spending the night on her ship, I just like copied her ship's hard drive.
Yeah, exactly. And if she ever comes over, she like takes just little bits and pieces that you forget to secretly put away.
Yeah.
Ooh, I left this pad out. Weird. Don't read it, Kay. Okay. Yeah, so you warp in. The planet's got like that really, it is quite breathtaking from space. It's got like amethyst seas and oceans almost all the way across. And you can see almost like a glint in the suns. And you can see the 3 moons surrounding it. It is quite a beautiful planet. Yeah.
Okay. Sofix, should we skin? Yes.
That's my line.
Sorry, please continue.
Get one command under your belt.
No,
you get all uppity
absolutely
in here.
Absolutely not.
So scan to see if you can narrow down the source of that transmission.
I already was, Captain.
Well, I guess it could
While we're bickering.
Yeah. So Feck, it is definitely a Abasa 7.
What are the planet readouts? Obviously, there's oceans and stuff.
The stuff
but
I told you earlier. That's all that you haven't.
That's
You're
all
not
we get.
close enough to
Nothing
do
new?
a detailed scan yet. Would you like to like hail them and move in?
So there's, sorry, maybe I've missed it. About there's no ship in orbit or anything like that, right?
Not at the moment.
It's just a mining colony.
Yeah, you like just warped in. You're just kind of like entering the system.
Okay, bring it, Sarah. Bring us in. Sarah, you helms person, bring us into the geosignus orbit with the mining colony.
All right. So you head into orbit, and as you do, 2 small ships come popping out from behind one of the moons and take strafing runs across your bow.
Hail them.
Opening frequencies, sir.
So frequencies are really shoddy, frequencies are really shoddy, and you don't have any real good visual. You think you can make out a Iridian, and just full on the only 2 words you get is "go away," and that's all you really get through the static.
I'll respond saying this is USS Haida, Captain Zanny. We are here to render assistance from a distress call.
All right, so the frequency comes back and it's really static again, and then it's abruptly cut off and instantly like brought up with this Ferengi. Captain, I'm so happy to see you here.
Hello, we're here to render assistance.
I am Director Lishka. Welcome,
Nice name.
welcome to Abissa 7. I run a mining operation here.
Yes, we were hit by some sort of, and I point at Sofix so he can remind me what that tetryon thing that hit us was?
Tetryon wave, Captain.
And we understand the origin was from this.
That's very unfortunate. That's horrible. Are you okay? Do you need some assistance?
We're actually here to assist. See if you need any assistance. What's going on?
Well, I apologize for my overzealous behavior of my friend up there. I'll tell you what, Captain. I insist that you come down and join me for a meal as an apology for shooting out your ship. It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. I insist, Captain. You and your staff.
That sounds pleasant.
Fantastic. Here is the transporter and or landing pad coordinates. You choose whichever way you'd like to come down. And then you bloop.
I turn around to the rest of my crew and go, does anybody else have a weird feeling about this?
They are Ferengi. They are dishonorable and untrustworthy, Captain.
And one of them just invited us for a meal without discussing compensation.
Yes, this is highly unusual.
Does anybody know the rules of acquisition well enough to see where this might be going?
Unfortunately, no.
So behind you guys, I'm sorry, is that behind you? There's an ensign next to Beagle who goes like this, and Beagle's like,
I do just do.
Don't. You don't.
He's got a red shirt on. Don't do it, man.
Don't do it. You don't.
Beagle just whispers in his ear, I've seen this movie before.
It doesn't end well for you.
So we got two messages. One that said go away, and one from this guy who was completely clear. I might have missed it earlier. Are there two like colonies? Like
no. So Lishka was apologizing for the Uridian. That's the second command. He did something he shouldn't have. He shouldn't have shot at you. So she feels really bad and stressed. You get the implication that she's like, "Oh my god, I'm in so much trouble." That's the kind of like that. Like it's more like she thinks that she needs to apologize. Because
so is Lishka female?
The Lishka, the Ferengi, Ferengi.
I was gonna go
that
like
Ferengi,
this is
that Ferengi
that's
needs
even
to
weirder
apologize
than...
the Uridian.
I was gonna be like, did we jump after Deep Space Nine suddenly, where they can wear clothes and have commands and be weird? Like
the Uridian is like working for Lishka. That's all you need to know. And Lishka is saying, "I'm sorry, come down and eat."
I would like fine. I'll obviously go. The negotiator. Yasikov. Gurkhan, you should stay up and fix the ship. Sofet, you come with me. Let's bring Luther as a just in case, because I do not trust these Ferengi as far as I can throw them.
Luther is trained in subtleties that I'm not sure.
Pardon?
Sorry?
I was elsewhere for a second.
I was thinking frequently, Captain.
Yes, well, all your brain waves are just
trained in subtleties that I am not.
Nagging at me.
Okay.
You need to see the doctor to up your dose.
In fact, Neela needs to report to the transporter bay to give us all.
I'm going to rename this to Star Trek at each other's throats. The sassy crew.
We're the upper decks.
Upper decks, yeah. Mid-range.
I think Neela should report to give us all a general shot.
Yeah, right.
Whatever. Protect us.
Okay, so do you teleport down, or are you yeah, okay.
We'll transport down, and I guess Gurkhan's the de facto, but if he's working on engineering, Beagle will have the con.
Beagle's just like he's like, yeah.
Right as I leave the bridge, I just give him the stink eyes, like, don't mess up my ship.
He hits a button, and you can see the red button disappear on the panel.
Gurkhan, while he's leaving to engineering, specifically goes to Beagle. The second the ship moves awkwardly, I'm taking command.
Are we taking Sofet? So if
Suffolk 7.
with us.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so the platform's open air. The water kind of stretches out in front of you. It's quite cool looking. You can see crystalline formations rising up out of the ocean.
That's nice.
The Eurydian introduce themselves as Mishrin Vol and apologizes sincerely to you for shooting at you, and then leads you down like some narrow stairs off the platform toward the refinery. The refinery dominates this encampment that you can see. Most of the rest of the encampment is where workers reside. There's lots of housing, converted storage containers. You kind of walk through an open-air market that features several small taverns, gambling, and other services that cater to the workers' needs. So it's kind of like... and everything appears to be like just this side of legal.
So a Ferengi settlement.
Yeah, exactly. Although, Sofek, you figure there's about 1,500 refinery workers. You see workers from like all over the quadrant. There's even like there's some Orions, there's some Bolians, there's like Regellians, there's a bunch of everything, right? Humans, there's no Ferengi.
Ferengi don't do manual labor, so
Yeah, not unsurprising.
But
They're
I mean,
probably all the
not even there's no
administrators.
Ferengi even operating the tavern and the market businesses. There's no Ferengi.
so that does put Luther on edge. We have 6 momentum right now.
Five.
I'm gonna spend one of them to activate constantly watching.
Okay, what's that mean?
Basically, if there's anything that will surprise or catch us unaware, I have a chance to roll against it.
Okay, cool. All right. Let's see.
So Luther's giving the shifty eye to everybody right now.
Yeah,
I feel like that's normal.
so you're led through. You're led into the facilities offices. It's like a maze of hallways.
I'm gonna give Sofek the signal to start, scanning things.
Oh, okay.
Like give him a little head nod, little psychic
telepathic?
projection of yes, that's what I was trying to telepathic projection. Something feels fishy. Start scanning around. Be subtle.
Okay.
Ish.
Sofek, give me
Turn down the volume.
Give me give me an insight in science.
I'm going to use one momentum to get one more dice.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So, Sofek, it is deuterium refinery. The equipment is appropriate to mid-sized refinery, though there appears to be like extra machinery for the refining process. It's causing a lot of interference. So the refining process is causing a lot of interference with long-range tricorder scans. So you're gonna have to like get into the refinery itself in order to get some really good scans. So if you wanted to like really dive into what's going on with the extra machinery, you're gonna have to try and figure a way to break away from the group. But at the moment, you can tell that it looks kind of like everything looks appropriate, except for this extra machinery. It looks like it's more than it needs.
And it doesn't look like it's it doesn't look like someone's basically just extra cautious with potential breakdowns and having backup machineries and redundancies.
Yeah, I mean, no, it doesn't look like that. They don't match what you'd find in a deuterium refinery. Yeah. Okay. So as the Iridian Mishrin Mishrin Vol. He mentions Liska. She will be with you in a moment.
Thank you. How long have you guys been here?
I'll let Lishka talk to you about that. And he doesn't even look like he's interested in having a conversation with you. He just keeps walking. And you guys enter the super lavish dining room. And Lishka stands at the end of the table and greets you really, really friendly. She's fully clothed.
So it is she.
It is she. Her lobes are small, like a Ferengi female's lobes, and there is specialties from around the quadrant laid out on the table. And Vol just kind of quietly sits down and doesn't really say anything. Lishka is super excited to have you here and starts she somehow managed to kind of pick those perfect things from the people that she saw on the screen. So there is a delicacy of Vulcan food. It's as plain and boring as logical as possible. And there is a Betaza delicacy, and there's even some human delicacies.
Gach. I mean, Gurkhan was on the bridge.
Gurkhan was on the bridge, yeah. And there's stuff all it's all really fine tuned too, and really good. And she gets you can't read her mind, Zanny, but you've done enough kind of negotiations. She needs something, or she wants something. Yeah.
Thank you very much for the Oyskud leaves. Those are rare, but what's with the over-the-top hospitality? Not common for a Ferengi.
She said, well, I mean, let's put it this way. We're in a gray area, if you will, as far as licensing with the Federation goes. I figured this is the first Federation ship to come my way, and I thought, what a great opportunity for some profit.
And what opportunity would that be?
Deuterium! The best deuterium in the quadrant.
Well, deuterium is widely used and
hard to find, and I have lots.
So what's the proposition?
She goes off on gold pressed latinum and making her trade with the Federation. All she needs in return is licensing and protection.
Well, if we were going to we'd have to consult with the Federation guidelines on.
Of course.
Mining.
I'll tell you what. Please, I insist, be my guests for the night. You can look around the refinery, ask questions.
I look over at Yasikov, who's got a scowl on her face.
I'm kind of just poking at the food.
I kind of and I go, I lean into it. I lean over. I'm like, I guess what's the harm with checking this place out? It's a little out of the way.
As you say that, Mishrin kind of leans in towards Lishka, and she kind of gets her eyes wide, and she goes, on second thought, it's a bad idea. Don't snoop around. The last time, she says, on the last time, I mean, we've had, okay, I'm gonna level with you, Captain. We've had some workers go missing.
So that's what you're getting at.
Well, we've searched from top to bottom. There's no sign of them. Two of them disappeared while in a submersible.
Why are you using a submersible to mine deuterium?
Oh, because we found awesome concentrations on the ocean's floor.
60,000 meters deep?
30, yeah. Seems to be good concentrations of them.
Sofa, can you confirm the position of it with the Haida sensors now that we're in orbit? We might be able to help find your submersible.
What? That'd be fantastic.
Could calibrate the sensors for refined metallic objects.
I guess if we had to go find them, we would need a submersible of our own. Yesikov, do you think you could...
If you find my crew, I will give you discounts on the deuterium. And I don't say that often. She points to her lobes.
Well, we'd have to negotiate a contract
of course.
with Federation, but right now, if there are people missing, I guess that would be your number one concern.
It is absolutely my number one concern.
Yesikov, do you think you can contact Kirkan and see if we can, I don't know, jerry-rig a shuttle to go swimming?
I suppose so, sir. Yes.
Oh, well, I think we can help you with your problem, but we'll have to return to our ship and make a few modifications and see if we can find your missing workers.
That would be fantastic. I stay here a while. It's fine. Get the information sent down. It's much nicer than your ship, let's be honest. And she kind of like glances around. You don't get anything nefarious from her. Like you can't read a Ferengi's mind, but even Yezikov's suspicious nature, like this person is just overly friendly and trying to like really negotiate with you. And really show off and wine and dine. It's not a matter of like
she's trying to trap us on her fucking planet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She's not going to sell us for sport to some sort of arena of death.
Yeah,
She could try.
Yeah, she could try.
In that case, yeah, we'll take you up on your offer to stay the night, and we'll have some crewmen work the shift and come down in the morning with the materials we need. As long as we have free reign about camp, and also if we do manage to pull this off, I expect that discount for the deuterium to be fair.
Of course. My word is my word.
And
that's where we'll kind of like cut that scene.
I don't know enough of the
Yeah.
the rules of acquisition. I'm sure there's something in there. There's a bunch of BS with that. My word is my word.
So Sofek and Luther, like, so you guys are going to stay the night?
Yeah.
Luther, would you like to go kind of like for a mini like night?
I'm going to take a walk.
Yeah.
If I
Take a walk with Sofek.
Oh, I'm sorry, Captain.
Sorry, one thing is when we get our quarters, get everybody back in mine and just go, I'm not fully buying it. Something else is going on. Just keep an eye out. You put on your sassy pants this evening? Like,
no.
Did you not get enough sleep today?
No.
Sorry.
It's Star Trek. Sassy
Therapist
Molassie.
says I should express myself more. Sorry.
What doctor said this?
So good. All right.
Couple of therapists.
Yeah, maybe you should replicate Freud or something.
So, Luther, give me oh god, how did you do a stealth check in this? Give me a fitness
Control
and...
security?
Yeah, control security.
Yeah, because I'm controlling myself rather than being fit.
I down with that, yeah.
I'm assuming you know what? I'm going to use a determination with my value lost in the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives me 2 successes. And this is just like, am I trying to blend in or am I trying to sneak?
That's up to you.
I'm going to use blending in.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my value for that. And no focus.
And you took like, did you take Sofek with you to scan?
Yeah. So I got 4 successes on this.
Okay, and Sofek.
So I'm with Sofek, and I'm trying to like basically be like, Sofek, you can scan, but I'm going to be covering and keeping an eye on anybody that's watching you and seeing what they do.
Okay, and
They tell me that Sofek's wearing that like headband from Star Trek 4.
Covering his
Cover up
ears.
his ears.
We're not back in time. I don't have to hide that I'm a Vulcan.
Yeah, there are no other Vulcans on this planet.
Probably not. Well, there might
We
be.
get up-
I mean, it could be logical to work for it. I mean, if there's Vulcan in the Maquis, there'd be Vulcan on a as employees somewhere. I'm sure.
Can I get $100? I hear that's a lot.
Exact change only. Double dumbass.
Yes, I would
on
like
you.
to be employed for compensation equal to living expenses.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Okay. So let's get a control and security from you too, Sofek.
Oh boy.
The paladin white mail. Yep.
1.
Okay. So more than once, Luther has to kind of like, I don't know how gentle Luther would be, but guide Sofek into like a stealth position, because Sofek will get like so stuck. I could see it kind of getting so stuck on your tricorder that you'd like start walking out into a lit hallway, and Luther would pull you back. Between the two of you, though, you're able to like sneak around enough. You do find out that there is not just so the extra equipment is there's not enough equipment for deuterium refinery only to be profitable. So it's not a big enough refinery to make deuterium in the quantities that you've detected so far profitable. And in the extra machinery, you find latinum. Not lots enough. Not lots and lots, but enough that it would make Lishka insanely wealthy.
So is it refined or unrefined?
Currently unrefined.
Okay, so they're secretly mining latinum?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nothing illegal about that.
Except for the fact that she is a female.
And if anyone else found out that wasn't the Federation, could you imagine if the Orioners or the Romulans found out?
Yeah.
Or
the
simply
place would be destroyed.
the Ferengi FCC.
Or the Ferengi?
It'd all be confiscated or stolen. Hence the reason she wants protection for deuterium mining.
Okay. On the ship, I'm imagining that Yezikov and Zanny have the crew doing scans of the planet.
Yep.
Okay.
We're still trying to find their missing workers.
Yeah. So why don't we get some reason and science? Beagle actually comes up with the idea that if you want, well, so you can use the ship. Don't worry. Beagle comes up with the idea that if it's, you could actually like send out some of the shuttles, and they can triangulate. So you can knock 24 hours down to like 3 by doing the whole planet.
Good suggestion, Beagle. Do it.
Also
Make it so.
separate the ship.
Wait, that's not going to work. That's never going to catch on.
So rather than rolling, in this case, you do have momentum you could just spend. Just saying.
We're still maxed, aren't we? Again?
Yeah.
You're down to...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're maxed again, yeah.
Because I burnt the
you
determination.
did.
Yeah, we'll spend one. We'll spend it.
Okay.
Just do it.
So
Do it.
Do it. So you are able to find that the... Let's see. You're able to find that 6 humanoid life forms a few hours later. So this is when just as Luther and Sofek return. So Zanny and Yezikov, you currently don't know the information I gave them. Just as Luther and Sofek return, the ship gets back to you. 6 humanoid life forms are detected at the bottom of one of the 30,000 meter deep trenches. There are no signs of the submersible or any other electronics, but there is some electromagnetic interference in the region that seems to be originating from a cluster of crystalline structures at that location.
Interesting.
And finally, your doctor added that the life forms appear to be weak and fading. You have approximately 4 hours until they're lost. And here is where we'll take our break. So, we'll be back in 10 minutes and see how they deal with everything, because, yeah. All right, we'll be back in 10.
Are we clear? Can I do a tolerate character? Just
And welcome back to Star Trek Lost Voyages. I am the GM Tim, and with me is our amazing and wonderful crew. And the music is produced, given to us by Norse Foundry.
Did you forget to unmute yourself, Tim?
I did forget to unmute myself, so let's do that again now that I'm unmuted, because I'm pretty as hell today. I'm all into it. So the music is donated to us by Norse Foundry. Norse Foundry created a bunch of playlists that you can play and listen to and stream. It is music that's produced by them for us to use. So go ahead and use that. With me is my amazing crew, who remind me that I mute myself sometimes and try and talk and look pretty well doing it.
Never go, Paul. I wanted to see how long we could go.
Yeah. I mean, we've done entire episodes where I have done that, so I'd rather not anymore. Like, I'm hoping that I'm beyond that now. So when we left on break, you had realized. Well, let's do a quick recap. So everyone, kind of give me a couple sentences about what you remember. Sofek, what's something you remember from the episode so far?
The ship during night crew was hit by a tetryon wave that had a message embedded into it that contained a distress signal.
Perfect. Gurkhan, what do you remember?
Ferengi bad, ship good.
Thanks.
Okay.
Well, sweet, baby.
The Ferengi are harvesting latinum and trying to keep it secret, and there's only one Ferengi on this planet.
Yeah.
And it happens to be a female.
And a female too. Yes, exactly.
It's rare for Ferengi.
Said it wrong.
Female.
Wearing clothing.
Wow. I think Sofek should be playing a Ferengi more often. Holy shit.
Not on my ship.
Aw, poor Ferengi.
Well, I mean, if he wants to write an adventure.
Ooh.
Sofek's on vacation, and we gotta
provided.
outsmart Ferengi without our Vulcan.
Right. Okay, and then
IQ of the ship dropped by 90%.
Devin, Zanny, what do you something you remember?
So there's 6 workers who are apparently trapped 30,000 leagues under the sea, and we've modified a bunch of stuff to go and save them.
Cool. And Yezikov?
Yeah, the Ferengi is extorting us for protection to protect her illegal latinum.
Oh, absolutely.
And he's super sketchy.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're here to save lives.
But see, there's something more. So you all do know that especially Sofek. I think Sofek's pretty. You have some xenobiology studies, right? Or is that just your doctor that has that?
Doctor.
The doctor.
Okay, and the doctor's not here, is she?
No, she's back on the ship.
Okay. Never mind.
I mean, Sofek might know. He was Vulcan, and they know some stuff.
So I will say, how about we also kind of tie this in? At this point, Zanny, it's not the worst idea to maybe switch you and the doctor, seeing as you have now found the life signs 30,000 feet under the ocean floor.
And they're fading, so the doctor might come down to help.
Yeah.
On the shuttle itself, I'm assuming that Gurkhan's modified?
It depends on how long it takes us to get down there and come back. Whether she would need to...
If you authorize Gurkhan to use warp within atmosphere...
No. I want to go to the bottom of the planet, not through it.
Yeah. I would say it's not something that's going to be super... it's not going to... I'm not going to punish you for switching characters out if I suggest it. It's within the time frame. I mean, I can if you want to. Oh, I mean, then stay. I'm not saying you have to leave. I'm just, yeah.
No, I think the idea is more for Neil will be requested to come down to the planet, but he's not going to come on the ship. I don't want to risk our doctor getting drowned.
I mean, you can do everything over the comms as well, right?
This is more of a quick in, get them quick out type mission.
All right.
Would the captain
We're not really submariners? We're not supposed to be doing this in the first place.
Yeah.
You probably shouldn't treat them under the ocean either.
Yeah.
Also, would the captain request Gurkhan be on the ship to?
On the shuttle down.
On the shuttle
Absolutely.
down. Yeah, Gurkhan's on it.
Yeah.
And Yezikov?
My co-pilot, Yezikov. Yep.
Okay.
Get in the seat.
Or Yezikov. So as you guys are kind of so you take the shuttle and Zanny, why don't you give me a piloting roll?
I'm using momentum for this.
You've never piloted under the ocean before.
I piloted a lot of things, just not necessarily a submersible.
I mean, technically, it's just a shuttle that you see a lot of stuff welded to the crossbeam, so it's heavier.
Well, we definitely modified it, sealed everything, increased the shields for depth, and I'm a very good pilot.
And
what do you need from me to assist?
Oh no, totally. Give me a control and con.
So pool's maxed, huh?
I assist.
Oh, good.
Zanny's just flying all over the and he reaches for this one just as Varya's like, I got it.
Varya looks up. When are we going to hit the water? We just did.
Yeah.
Don't worry, inertial dampeners are staying online.
Yeah. So as you hit the surface of the water and you kind of break through that surface tension, Zanny and Yezikov and Sofek, you both kind of just it does that camera flash thing where it kind of does the white light over your face, and then Yezikov, you have kind of this weird hallucination. Do you know what you? What do you remember? What you see?
It was bright lights, disorienting sounds.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those toys when you hit the hyperactive overcharged LED light and it flickers all those and you're like, oh god, that's so hard to look at. It's one of those. Yeah. The original series special effect where it's like, I think they're making me have, like, yeah, I can't want to stop, please. Oh, yeah, oh, that's right. Sofek, you also have a flash. What do you see?
Yes, I see I get a flashback to when Sofek beamed down to the planet that was undergoing a plague that ended up being quarantined, and that eventually led to his court-martial / demotion for turning against his captain back then.
Okay. Zanny, you also get one.
Ah.
Can you tell me about the first contact you were in?
The first contact? You mean the one where our ship got destroyed?
No, the first contact Zanny was in.
Oh, sorry. So not the one on the death ship. The one I led. It was actually an accidental meeting with a low warp civilization. So they only had like warp 2.
Yeah. And
they accidentally crossed the ship, I believe, if I remember correctly, and we sort of had to hide all the advanced tech while we ushered them, because they were in the Expanse. So we had to basically let them know about a wide-ranging world because they'd never seen aliens before.
So you relive this moment right now while you're flying. As the same time as Sofek relives his moment, and at the same time as Yezikov has her flashy light episode. Gurkhan, you're talking to everybody, and everybody just kind of like stops and does one of those like Star Trek looks of pain and throw back against their chair because it really hurts. And
is Luther with us as well?
No, apparently. No.
He's hanging out with the Ferengi.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Just watching, like.
Yeah, it's him and Neela.
Come back, and the Ferengi's tied up, and Luther's just sharpening the knife.
Disgruntled doctor.
Everything's fine.
Section 8 or Section 31 personnel or whatever, Starfleet Intelligence. I don't know what Luther did.
So none of you have. So Zanny and Sofek, neither one of you have thought about these events in a very long time, and there's no reason why they would be there now. Like, there's nothing that's like you. And you all kind of come out of it, except for Gurkhan, you all come out of it not so great. So your complications are 3 and 3 for 3 for all 3 of you. So complication of 3. So it's 18, 19, 20. Okay.
Gurkhan's like, did something go wrong with you, or did something go wrong with me? I don't know. Understand what happened.
Valid. Okay.
Learning to read faces.
When I come out of it, I'm going to recheck our depth and heading.
Yeah. So you're nearly there, and as you kind of like swoop down, you're able to you can get like really sporadic sensor readings. What are you looking at?
So we're not going to talk about this. We're just going to keep flying. Yeah. Yes. Okay.
I just wanted to make sure we weren't crashed. What happened? We're crashing.
I do not know. You all grabbed your heads, screamed in agony, and then went back to flying the ship.
I'm gonna
like nothing.
I'm gonna being on the shuttle with you.
Star Trek.
I'm a telepath. That's a Tuesday.
It's like the TOS guys, you know, those old scientists.
Yeah. Seeing visions like that is usually one of your people's flashbacks in my brain.
I'm actually gonna grab a tricorder and be like, I'm gonna do the best I can to make sure you're all right. And try to
please do. Thank you.
Okay, that's awesome.
Can you give me field medicine?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna pull this shuttle to a stop.
I do have a medicine skill. It's 1.
Give me a reason.
I have 3 medicine.
Okay.
I'm scanning you though.
I am pulling us to a full stop.
All right. So
I just want to make sure we weren't dying.
Give me a reason and medicine.
Okay,
Yazikov, you can assist.
I'm actually going to use a determination.
Okay.
My crew is my family, but I'm going to use my veterancy, and I hold it.
Okay,
So I get to
and
keep my
would you like to
determination on
use some momentum too, seeing as you've got a bunch?
Yeah, I'm going to use 1.
Okay.
I have no focuses on this. And yeah.
I feel great. And I'm like closing one eye and opening it, and closing one eye and opening it.
But it's the
trying to
same
get
one.
the like flashing
So,
lights.
It's the same one over and over again. It's just
And with my determination, I got 5 successes.
Nice. Okay, so you're detecting a similar wave pattern to the tetryon pulse in each of their
Captain.
brain scans.
Captain, I believe you have all experienced the same tetryon pulse that disabled the Payette.
Hold on.
Similar?
Yeah, so it's not a tetryon pulse this time, but it's following the
The
same
same
sort of-
waveform?
Yeah.
So it's the same waveform, Captain, of the tetryon pulse that damaged our vessel. It does seem to be an attempt at communication.
Why didn't it affect you?
Maybe I am not a person it wishes to. I do not know.
Maybe the Klingon skull has dampening effects.
I was gonna say that.
That's good.
Maybe it was Regis.
I do have exquisite ridges. You all
They're-
have rather large
You're
ears.
welcome.
They're lovely. I kind of like pat his head for a quick second.
Like,
Anyway.
Captain, do you need me to transport you back to the ship? You seem to be too friendly. Is this a medical emergency?
No, it's all right. I'm all right. Just gathering myself. No, you and Sofek were working on translation on our way here. Did you manage to fix that? And 2, can you maybe, I don't know, protect us against it when it happens again? Route it through the systems?
I can attempt
Give me a
to do similar things.
Give me a daring and engineering.
That's what I'm good at.
Damn it.
Shipboard engineering systems?
Yeah, okay.
Focus. I'm going to burn 1 more determination on that. Determination on momentum.
Okay.
Ooh, critical failure,
Yeah.
critical success,
Okay.
and no success.
So you're able to, but your shields have been like completely shot. So the shields are basically now just protecting from another wave, but will not sustain any like damage or anything like that at all.
But we're still pressurized.
Yeah. But I mean, if somebody shoots at you with a gun or with with a phaser, you're gonna take damage. There's no shields.
Also, shuttles are designed for vacuum rather than extreme pressure.
Yeah.
So they're designed to hold themselves in rather than push themselves out.
But then again, we did, you and I spent some time
Reinforcing this guy.
reinforcing that.
I mean,
the night before.
we just welded a couple of crossbars.
So eventually,
Put a
you guys are
roll
able
cage in
to.
it.
Eventually, you're able to you keep going again. You're able to make out. You follow the directions that you're given to you, and you're able to find the missing workers are clustered in the same area at the bottom of the trench atop a huge growth of glowing crystal. You see numerous crystalline formations clustered in the area, and the workers are all encased inside the shell of a mineral that appears to be the same substance as the crystalline formations.
What are the life signs?
Weak.
Sofek? Weak?
Hammer.
We could
You'll need to
transport
break
them.
them out.
Can we transport them?
Do you want to do a medicine check, Yazikov?
Sure.
Give me a reason
Yeah.
and medicine, or yeah. Sofek, you could help with the reason and science if you want.
Yeah, I will
I'll
assist.
I'll use one of the momentum.
Yeah, and somebody could even use the ship to assist if you wanted.
I think we only let to have 1 assist at a time.
Okay. All right. So Yazikov, just barely. That is a success thanks to
I
Sofek.
should not be doing this. Why am I doing this?
Because I'm busy flying the ship.
So
Why did we bring Doctor?
So there's liquid inside the cocoon that seems to be permeating the body of the workers. down to like the cellular level.
Disgusting.
Well, it appears to be keeping them alive. So
It's
breaking the
disgusting.
cocoons will kill them.
No hammer.
No. Yeah. Would you guys like to spend some momentum to learn more information?
Yes. Is there a way that we can? I'll spend one. Is there a way that we can transport the whole cocoon outside of the and like set up a state like base? Okay, I want to make the whales. I want to do like Star Trek.
Yeah. So you're
Can
too
we
deep.
transport it?
You're
into the
too-
back of the shuttle full of
You're
water.
too deep, and the electromagnetic interference at the location is just make the transporters are no transporters.
Can we get the cocoon? I guess we can't get the cocoons into our shuttle.
Not unless we open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we like tie ropes around them?
I don't think we can erect a
Yeah,
force
you might
field.
be able to detach them at the base where they're attached to the crystal.
Theoretically,
Do
I
these
could.
shuttles have like
Tractor beams.
Arms? No.
thank you?
If
Tractor beams.
Yeah, there's
small tractor beams, they also have phasers. You might be able to surgically remove them with your skill.
yeah.
We cannot remove them from the cocoon or else they will die.
You could
If
cut the
we-
cocoon off from where they are.
Hey, Sofek. Sorry,
Oh, boy.
this is going to be added into the conversation you're all having, so I'm going to interrupt just for a quick sec. Sofek, part of you get your like weird like I know everything momentum crap. So the glowing crystalline formation where
Called a talent.
the glowing crystalline formation where the cocoons are found is emitting low-level energy patterns that are similar to electrical patterns in humanoid brains. It indicates that maybe the crystal is alive in some way.
We can solve
Because
this with
nothing is ever straightforward.
This is
Captain,
almost-
I am getting readings that are showing that the crystalline structure may be sentient.
I throw a hydro spanner across the damn
Where did you
shuttle.
get that from? Stop
Um,
it!
Of course it's alive. Sofa, Gurkhan, those translations you were working on from the previous tetryon burst, can you translate them at all? As we're
I believe we can. Sofek was leading the charge on the translation. I was just creating the device to do so, Captain.
I'm waiting.
Wow.
I believe I was sitting at a console, not charging at it, Commander.
So for that, Yazikov, yes.
Oh, we need to act or else these people will die at the bottom of the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but we need more information because we can't excise an potential organ from a living organism and
Sammy,
kill the
you have
organism.
another.
as well
You
as
have
them.
another revere, and this time it's you as a child playing like hide and seek kind of games
Oh yeah, in the agricultural fields.
with a new friend. But this time, the new friend starts to talk to you.
I don't recognize this person?
You do. It's one of your childhood friends, but the conversation is new.
Belial?
Who are
What
you?
are you telling me? I'm
What are you doing?
Devin. We're playing hide and seek.
Ooh, we're playing? What is playing?
It's where you have fun.
And this is fun.
Hide and seek. Who are you? You're not Belial.
I'm me. Yes, I am. Am I?
Hmm?
And then the revere disappears. You're back in the shuttle. Meanwhile, that took enough time for the three of you to realize he wasn't there. I mean, more than he normally isn't there.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I mean, Captain kind of zones out frequently.
Yeah. But
He comes to with me with a tricorder and the little extra ball in his face.
Captain, I see.
We'll go to our doctor now. That's where we're at.
He is cross-trained. Engineering is like plumbing and medical things. I don't know.
EPS conduits are very much like blood vessels.
well, so speaking of Gurkhan and Yezikov, you are able to figure out between the two of you that you could probably cut the cocoons free like you suggested, using the beams as like a scalpel.
Hold on to that. I think I've managed to make communication with the entity down there. I'm going to attempt to reach out again with my mind, because that always works so well, and see if I can make first contact.
Okay, while that's happening, can I have one of you make a reason and science, one of you make a reason and engineering, and one of you make a reason and medicine, who is not Zanny, because Zanny is busy talking to his mind.
Guess I'll do medicine.
I mean,
it's reason science.
So annoyed. You're so disgusted by this.
No, it's not disgusting. I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this up.
hey,
so
I can do the medicine because I'm currently in the process of scanning the captain.
Okay, well, my engineering's 1 and my medicine's 3.
Well, no, he wants the 3 of you to get on the figuring out the
Oh,
cocoons.
so then okay, I'm doing reason and engineering then.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a 2 and a complication because I'm having flashbacks.
I got 2 straight up.
Okay.
Big money. Just 1.
Yeah, you got
And
one
a
though.
complication.
Yay, trauma.
Yeah. I still can't see straight from the sparklies.
So, Zanny, tell me about the conversation you're having.
Well, it's not going particularly well, since the creature doesn't know our language. But what I'm trying to do is convey that we're here to help both it and the wounded workers that are cocooned. I believe it's cocooned them. And that we want to take them away, and we thank them. If it's who I think it is, I want to thank them for protecting them from whatever happened. Maybe it could tell me what happened.
All right. So while you're doing this, you get you can start to realize that the kind of like the voice or whatever it is, the mind that you're reading is coming from all over, like all around you.
Like THX, got it.
And as you kind of like start to think about all of this, though, the workers, like as you kind of like, we need to save these people. You see that the workers are kind of like instantly like the cocoons just open and start to release them.
Well, I hope one of those 3 notice. Because I think do I wake up? Can I wake myself up?
No, that's happening with you 3. So, Sofek, how did you do with reason?
2 successes and a complication.
All right. Okay, so you're realizing that the actual ocean that you're in isn't an actual ocean. You're inside of an entity right now.
Gross.
And it looks like the sea and the crystalline formations that form the landmasses are actually alive. It looks like it's going through some sort of weird pattern of crystallization and degradation back to liquid. Gurkhan, how'd you do with your reason and engineering?
2 successes.
3 successes?
2.
2, okay.
So, Ego. We've landed on
Yeah,
Ego.
I was going to say, we shall name this planet Ego, and we shall give him a ring.
You could Jesus. You could probably modulate one of the phasers to hit a specific sonic frequency that causes the cocoon to dissolve. Done probably safely too.
Okay.
But all the cocoons just opened. So we don't
Yeah,
need them
but
anymore.
like not the cocoons, but the crystalline like the crystalline features themselves. You could probably use it to break them down.
Oh.
That sounds morally questionable.
Unless it's just a growth on the creature that we're in right now,
and-
like excising a cancer.
And Yezikov. How'd you do?
I got 1 in a complication.
Okay. So you're able to tell that the liquid's permeating the workers to the subatomic level, but you have no idea what that means because you're not a doctor. But your science officer might be able to shed some light for you.
Are we in communication with the ship?
Yeah.
I send it to the doctor. What do I do? Quickly, please.
What do?
What do?
So
Please help.
Your doctor kind of like does some stuff, gets back to you, says it looks like it's actually like they're trying to analyze them. It doesn't look like it was trying to like hurt them.
Okay. But now they're floating in this ocean thing, right?
Yeah, you guys might want to put your suits on and go get them really quick before they get crushed.
I'm suiting up.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I'm drooping just a little bit.
So Gurkhan, you
recommend some form of personal shield. We are 30,000 meters.
Gurkhan, you already modified this stuff.
Okay.
You missed the break chat. You modified this stuff to work underwater.
Fair.
Yep. Because plot requires it.
Also, we already knew the submersible wasn't down here.
Yes, you did know that it was not down here.
There was a good chance we were going to have to go out and get them.
Because there always is.
Okay.
I mean, it means I'm useful.
It
Because
also
I'm
means
making medicine checks.
our transporter is the most unreliable form of transportation in this millennia ever.
You're
Pretty
Yeah,
sure the
okay.
Zenkethy just unplugs it so he doesn't have to work.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
All right.
Taking naps.
So you guys are able to get the workers back in. You can take off if you want.
I'm still
I
unconscious
don't
talking
like
to
the
the life
way
form.
that you phrased that question.
I mean, you can get out. Like, you've rescued your workers. You can get out now. Leave.
Okay.
Go
What's
back.
there
the
a time
condition of the
crunch?
workers?
Well, we got to go to the doctor.
Well,
Some people.
they're unconscious, and you need to bring them to the doctor to
Yeah.
You've just discovered that they have they've been saturated with some liquid to the subatomic level. If that happened to you, it would be a very bad news bears.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
The captain's also unconscious, so I'm concerned about that.
Oh, I'm more like sleeping. You could maybe wake me up. I don't know.
Okay, guys. Yeah, all right. I shake the captain awake.
Yeah.
Because that's what you
We're
want to do
going-
with someone who's sleepwalking.
As you do, the whole
Wake
shuttle rumbles.
They're going back to the ship. No. And I start piloting the ship away.
All right.
Oh,
There. There.
I'll take over that. And
So you burst out of the water. You head straight for the ship. You kind of like burst out of the water. The water kind of splashes purple around you. Some of the crystalline features actually grow a little bit, and then storm clouds just like rage in.
it would be improper for us to go to the ship when the doctor's with the Ferengi.
Okay.
I
Why
had
was
no
she
settlement.
with Ferengi?
She's with Luther. She was beamed down.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's go to the settlement then. I'll start. Yeah.
All right. So you bring them over as soon as so there's massive eddies, upwells, swells of debris. I need a daring and con for the piloting. And inside the craft, I need everyone to make a daring and security.
I can pilot the ship.
Yeah, I'm assisting.
Oh,
How much
There's-
momentum do we have?
4. And Gurkhan, you could use a reason engineering if you want. For me.
Yes, I'm assuming to get the ship stabilized.
No, it's gonna be for something coming up.
Okay. Reason engineering. I'm going to use a momentum for that.
sorry. It was daring and security for inside the ship.
2 successes for that.
I'm imagining this is make sure we don't crack our skulls on the bulkhead.
Yes, that's exactly what this is.
And then
That's why you used the momentum and got 3.
And it
My
looks like
daring
you'll
and
all
security.
succeed too.
Well,
Oh, just. All right. Yeah, so you're all able to it's like shimmy left, shimmy right,
Hit.
shimmy left,
Hit.
forward, backward. Yezikov is unimpressed.
He's stable as a rock, not even moving.
Okay. So as you kind of burst out of the water, there's like huge, like massive squall has picked up, and it's bombarding the refinery.
So it's a storm that's localized around the refinery that's attacking it, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So when we land, obviously the doctor runs into the shuttle.
Durkon,
As does Luther.
Medical people.
the refinery is going to last 6 hours tops.
Yeah, Captain, this storm was going to take that refinery out real
I walked
fast.
straight out of the shuttle. I'm going straight to the Ferengi.
Okay.
As the shuttle doors, like, it just blasted with like purple rainwater and yeah.
As the doctor comes on, I just walk right off.
I'm following Devin. Captain, are you having an issue, Captain?
Nice.
Skwxwu hurries up behind the commander and the captain. Says, "Captain, this is certainly outdone yourselves. This is the first time you've managed to aggravate an entire planet."
I turn on Skwxwu. And I'm like, give him the one finger, and be like, "None of your sass right now. We're talking that Ferengi. She messed up this planet, and it's not a planet." And then I turn and take off again.
Okay, so Lishka is on high alert to protect the refinery. So she looks at you and she says, "Oh, you're back! Excellent. You're going to use your ship to help us with this refinery, right?"
We're all leaving the planet because it's not a planet, and I think you knew that.
She refuses, outright refuses. They want to solve the problem on their own.
That's great.
I was like, your refinery will not last the evening.
We have a plan to kill it. I mean, save it. Save the refinery.
Excuse me, what? Did you just threaten a sentient life form to a Federation officer?
Yes, she did.
Well, in that case, I think we might have to place you under arrest for attempted murder.
Okay, so as you say that, Vol, the Uridian, and double what you guys are, step out with not so friendly looking weapons.
I'm just gonna like stand up real tall and say, "You don't want to do this."
The Uridian kind of like gets that weird smile. You guys know what Uridians are, right? It's the classic alien with the super long face and the ridgeback. If you watch Deep Space Nine, he's the one that sold Worf the information on where his dad was.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yezikov does notice Luther kind of skulking behind him, because Always Watching's been active this entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how Yezikov and Luther work. Is Yezikov is the tank.
Totally. Yeah.
And Luther is the rogue.
So you get the feeling, Yezikov, that this Uridian is the same as you. It just has been waiting for this moment.
Well, I was hoping to do kind of like an intimidation check if possible.
Yeah, go for it. So it would be
like presence and security.
Presence and security.
Okay. Do we have any momentum left?
Yep.
I am using 3 threat to resist this.
You have determination, Leah.
I'm going to use determination, my value, no stranger to violence.
And you can also use, one sec. You can also use making contact with a new species as a determination if you wish.
I feel like my value, no stranger to violence, is like I know what I'm gonna do to you. It's not gonna be nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, we have momentum, right?
Yeah.
So like
3 or 4.
I think 4 at this point.
Okay, I'll
Because we
buy
were
an
maxed
extra
out on
You
die.
got 4.
So I have two successes currently,
Okay.
and then an additional 5. I'm a very intimidating person.
7 successes.
I like how you just stand over my right shoulder and give him the stink eye.
So,
It's like,
so everyone else will back down except this Iridian.
Right.
And he makes that kind of like that bad move. And I just have the image that either he lunges at. I think just because of who you are, Yazikov, you wouldn't make a kill shot, would you? It would be a stun, right?
I'm gonna cold clock the guy if he lunges at me.
Yeah, he lunges at you.
Just like the Henry Cavill, like.
Yeah, and
Reload guns.
you just drop him like it's not even yeah.
No, we must evacuate
7
planet.
momentum. 7. You got 7 successes.
So
Just-
full, right?
Just
Hey,
fall.
hey, Tim's plot.
just falls down next to me. Look at the Frankie. We're leaving, and so are you.
Just out of curiosity, Sofek and Gurkhan, what is the emergency capacity of the Payet?
I mean, the Haida?
Haida?
The hideout.
The Haida's got a lot of emergency capacity. When we were
1,500
looking,
though?
it's 1,500 above our crew.
Okay.
This thing has been in the lore, because we were reading it. I think it was some people had it at 1,500. Some weird websites had it at 7,000.
Yeah, no.
It could evacuate.
No.
No, it's 1,500 in the shuttle bays and in the hallways. That's how I'm describing
Okay,
it.
they also have 6 interceptors and 3 freighters.
I mean,
What are they gonna do?
we don't have to rescue them. We just have to rescue the people. None of the equipment needs to come up with us. There might be 1 or 2 pounds of latinum missing.
I'll leave that to you, Gurkhan. But
Yeah.
the
Gurkhan's
to-
like no shirt, but his pants are clinking for
No,
that.
Gurkhan's the only one who in this adventure was fully uniformed, because Zanny's got no
Yeah.
shirt on.
I've got my T-shirt on.
Yesikov's
Yeah,
in her
just as
holodeck
captain.
clothes still.
I'm in the like classic like green Kirk wrap.
Kind of reflective and iridescent.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
let them board the freighters,
The tractor beamed them.
and we will escort the freighters away.
Yeah. Oh my God! You guys like just broke the end of this with that roll. That was nuts. Okay.
This guy goes for a fight. Crack.
Then Luther's going to pick up
Like
the guy on the
7 big
ground
dogs.
and kind of handcuff him, I guess.
Okay.
All
right.
Frankie is coming on the Haida and going in our brig.
Yeah.
Luther's
Okay.
home.
So you take the Frankie into custody. We can stop the and get off the. I'll stop the weather here. Hold on. So the weather stops as you go back inside the bridge. Yay, bridge sounds again. Yeah, so you just stop the insurrection before it can begin. Completely.
Just as we enter the bridge, hey, Gurkhan, did we get some more interceptors in the bay? I'm just wondering.
No.
No.
The ocean swallows them whole.
Captain, I did get the schematics. Maybe we can build one?
That sounds like fun.
Sarah just walks right in. Hey, I heard this is pretty. That sounds pretty cool.
Some shit.
Yeah, you broke me. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, you take her into custody, and Vol, and
Yep.
I guess the scientist that came up with the idea to destroy the entity.
Yep. Anybody who had
They
any
were gonna,
knowledge
they were
of
gonna,
it.
they were gonna use a nadion beam, and literally kill the creature.
Not on our watch.
I mean, also, I'm assuming the Ferengi is going to spill the beans for a lighter sentence.
Well,
'Cause
so
she's Ferengi.
she was literally mining it for. They only just like accidentally discovered it was a living creature.
And
So
the
we'll
creature
set up.
was like producing latinum.
Yeah, it's like a cycle. So this thing, over the course of time, some parts of it crystallize, and as the crystallization, like as it decomposes back into a liquid, it's like a constant ebb and flow. Its byproducts are deuterium and latinum back and forth. So at some points the latinum is really high, at some points the deuterium is really high. They're usually both byproducts, and just kind of like end up becoming some part of the sort of surface that you see. So she could have and I just have this image, you a very Star Trek moment where you guys are in the kind of like the observation lounge and having the conversation about this in the aftermath, and you're realizing that she probably could have worked with the creature instead to get it to like do its business right near the refinery, right, and it would have benefited everybody. Instead, you guys have Lishka and Vol as rivals. You can put them on your character sheets as enemies. And you have put them in jail for the time being. Although, they technically did not break any Federation laws, and they're not Federation citizens.
Yep.
They broke the laws of the Haida.
That would break Federation law too.
It was only when she mentioned attempted murder that it was like, no.
Yeah.
But there'll be international treaties and some sort of hearing or whatever.
Which is fine. And I'm assuming our crew, when we had the conversation about this planet, it's in our 10 forward with the planet in the background doing its purple effect.
That's cool. We also set up buoys to keep people, warning buoys, until we can send the research vessel to protect the planet.
All right.
And then
this isn't a planet. This is a life form. Leave it alone.
Yeah,
please.
a life form, and also issue a request for Starfleet to send a science vessel and give them the information we have on the tetryon communication, so maybe they can actually make proper first contact.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, to keep the Ferengi out of our hair for a bit longer, just turn her over to the FCC.
Okay.
That take it out of our head. I mean, she was not a Federation citizen, so we should return her to the Ferengi.
I'll tell you what. The last scene is a Ferengi shuttle coming to dock with you. And there's a liquidator Prell.
Oh no! Oh, that's mean.
And Liquidator Prell walks on and says, "I'll take this one. Female in clothing. How disgusting! Thank you so much for doing its service to the Ferengi Alliance."
Till next time we meet.
I hope we don't meet again. Human.
You said it.
Human.
I like Beta Z.
Same thing. And then the shuttle door closes as they kind of like take off.
I wave.
Yeah. Okay, you broke my ending, so that's like, well done. Yeah, we're a little early. Started a little late, ended a little early.
We kind of did that with Q too.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, it's good. 2 for 2.
That's a 2 for Yesikov. You've broken the ending.
It just means that I have to come up with better endings. I mean, that's what it means, right, Yesikov?
Sure.
Well, I mean, your ending was fine. It's just 7.
Maybe I should diversify some of my points.
That was so good. It was so.
I was expecting a little more of a fight, but crap.
Maybe
his
Tim
jaw's
should have
broken.
used
You want
5
to text?
threat.
Oh, no, I'd have to use 6. 3, 1, 3, 6. It would have had. I'd have to use like all but 2. I should have. Oh well. Noted for next time.
I'll teach you to be cautious with your
Sorry,
threat with
next
us.
time the tribble's just going to eat your damn foot.
And then her
Kick the tribble. The tribble becomes a
like
silverback
opens up.
gorilla.
Yeah.
And her and Luther can be best friends with cybernetic legs. They buy one pair of shoes and then share them.
That is it. Thank you very much for playing, guys. I had a lot of fun tonight. I know it was more storytelling than dice rolling. And Yezikov will have to come up with better fights for you, because that was good. But wow, I need to come up with like some. We're gonna bring on like a rock creature for you to fight. Gridnack.
If you want to defeat
Man's cool.
Yezikov,
Yeah.
if you want to defeat Yezikov, have her do first aid on herself.
That's right.
Yes.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. To the four of you, as always, thank you so much for playing with me. I love playing with you guys. Everyone else, you can see our previous games on YouTube at the GM Tim. You can see them also on Norse Foundry. Go to norsefoundry.com and get some dice. The GM Tim is a good code to use. Good Christmas presents, just saying. And I have a new new Dungeons. Oh, that's from Wormwood Gaming.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool too.
yeah, they're cool too.
Go to Norse Foundry though. They got cool shit.
They do. That's it for us. So live long and prosper, everybody, and we'll see you in 2 weeks with our next episode. That one's gonna be good too. Yezikov is gonna actually get to fight. Okay, bye everybody.
Bye-bye.